shard you have found. Show it to me.
Yes, Sierra? Sierra? Is that what you sought?
No, it is much more. Forget the betrayer. Forget our vengeance. These shards, they must all be found. Whatever forces you need, we shall grant you, but these shards must be ours.
Of course, Sierra. It shall be done.
Dalrin. Lord Dalrin now, I hear.
Who's there?
Come now. You remember? Has it really been so long?
You... But you died at the battle at West Harbor.
Delayed, perhaps. My imprisonment was most distressing. But dead? Now how could I die with so much left unfinished? And there is so much more left to do.
So this is Neverwinter? Suppose it's passable for a city built by humans. Can't say I care for it though. You want a proper city, you build down, not up.
This place feels unnatural. The wood and stone, it's as if they've been silenced.
I wish you'd both be silent. The entire trip was just one long whine from the two of you.
Oh, me stomach feels funny. This boat rocks like a baby's cradle.
This water is so unnatural and deep, not like the swamp of dead people I grew up in. Not that I've got great memories of this place, but it's home. So, where are we going first?
My uncle's inn should be close by. Let's head there first.
Not sure I can stomach any food yet. A stiff drink and a good tavern brawl, on the other hand. I say lead the way. Besides, I'd welcome a stable bed after being trapped on that filthy excuse for a boat.
Wow, such a sweet individual. Welcome to Neverwinter, and we'll see what we can find. Kelgar, such a sweet loving sort. Elgin's Inpost. Looks like some troops over there. A citizen. Docks. Sunken Flagon, that's where we were told to go. We'll see. Wow, the guard is certainly out. Oh, we're supposed to meet Cormac here too. Alright, well, here we are. Who's Bishop? Who's Sal? There's Duncan. We know who he is. Be good to know who the other two are. So there's a few citizens. And Duncan's there. We need to check the other rooms, make sure we're safe. Before we talk to him, we should definitely make sure. In theory, no one knows we're here, but in actuality, we know that's not the truth. Okay, so far so good. Oh, crafting. Blacksmith, alchemist, good. We do have crafting things here. final room. Okay, good. We are clear. Let us go talk to Duncan. See how much like Dugan he is. Dagan. Get the name wrong, that's good, right?
Well now, what can I do for you? Bit of venom for the belly, perhaps? Or maybe a tankard or two to shave the edge off your day?
Is this the Sunken Flagon?
It is indeed. Finest establishment in the docks for a fine tankard of ale and some good conversation.
And who's the owner of this inn?
You mean old Duncan? Oh, well now, if you're looking to collect on some debt, I'll tell you that he's a drunk, and he hasn't got 2 coppers to his name.
Dagan sent me.
Dagan, eh? So the time's come, has it? Trouble's chasing on your heels, and you barely know why. Suppose Dagan told you less than half of what you need to know, then sent you packing. Don't take it hard. Done it to me twice in my life. All for good reason. I can probably guess why you're here, but why don't you go ahead and tell me anyway?
He told me to seek you out, and that you might know something of the silver shard recovered from the Battle of West Harbor.
Oh, did he? Nothing more than I did years ago. Plain silver near as we could tell. You and those shards were all that were left of that West Harbor battle.
Duncan, I thought you said that shard was magic, didn't you?
Trace of an enchantment on it is what that eel sand said, but nothing of importance. Probably residue from demon's fire, or maybe wizard magic.
Demon's fire? Sounds important to me.
And that, Sal, is why you're cleaning tables and I own this place. Those shards were magic, yes, a trace. But again, it was sand, and he's a fool. Anyway, barely worth mentioning. More sentimental value than anything else. That really why you came all this way? To hear about your mother?
My mother, what does she have to do with this?
Yeah, your mother, Esmeril. Since you were asking about the shards. What, Dagan's still keeping that inside? It's a wonder he doesn't crack down the middle. But you know, I have no call to say that. I think that's why he buried that first shard, and gave the other one to me.
How are the shards and my mother related?
I think you might have been better off being raised by wolves if Dagan didn't share that. There's a lot I'm sure he never told you. But listen, it's his place to tell you, not mine. He'll tell you when he's ready, I think. But it's best you hear it from him. Let's stick to the shards for now.
Can I see the other shard?
Here. I've always kept it close for some reason. Didn't want to leave it out of my sight. Seemed unremarkable. But I find that sometimes time will tell. Had Sand examine it a long time ago, but he turned up nothing.
Maybe with the 2 of them, you'll get a better reading.
Well, it's worth a shot. But don't pay him any coin in advance, that's all I'll say. In fact, that viper would be best off...
Ah, it seems I've arrived just in time to deflect the usual barrage of slander from the local innkeeper.
Sand.
Yes, it is good to see you're still sober enough to recognize me, Duncan, past the stale beer, vinegar, faint sweat, failed aspirations, unwashed tunic. I thought perhaps you had already had one tankard too many for the day, but... Why, your guest here has the smell of a harbin about them. Faint, but there. I thought Duncan was keeping company too good for him. Now I see I was right. Duncan, you could learn a few things from your guest.
Still passing off those 2 copper fairweather charms to the locals, Sand?
You have no appreciation for my talents, and after all I've done for you. To think you could survive a fortnight without my ale purgative. Why, you would be buried in the tombs with the rest of the Neverwinter traitors. A betrayer of barkeepers everywhere. But enough about you and your adventurous exploits on the tavern floor. I heard my name mentioned, and oddly enough, almost in a tone that suggested I could help.
This here's kin.
I'm not really seeing the family resemblance.
And we need your help concerning the shard. Both of them.
Shard? That chunk of silver you showed me so long ago? I do hope you're not going to try to pawn it to me again. I am no longer interested. Besides, as I recall, you said the piece of junk had sentimental value. which upon viewing your establishment is perfectly understandable. Besides, didn't your uncle or cousin or brother or whatever make off with the other shard? I thought you only had one now.
It found its way back, so to speak. We need you to look at both of them again. Properly this time.
Oh, very well. Give them here and let me see what my keen arcane senses can determine. Well, it seems to have some resentment to being scryed. That is quite different than last time. Are you sure these are the same shards? The power in them. Why, it's definitely stronger than last time. Much stronger.
Oh, so now they're magical. I'm not paying you for two failed divinations, you charlatan.
It's not a matter of divination, you one-tankard drunk. There is something about these shards. Without knowing their history, even my considerable talents cannot unlock their mysteries.
How could you not sense the magic in those shards? I can tell just by holding them.
Because he's incompetent?
Duncan, the more I speak to your kin here, it's evident where the sense in the family went. Since you seem to have been given all the brains of the family, I'll be honest with you, I don't know. But I do know the shards did not have the same strength the first time I examined them. There could be something about you that causes them to resonate, but I have no idea why that would be.
Are there any wizards or mages that could help us?
Taking them to any other wizard in town would be useless until we learn more about their past. You need a sage, and you need them examined quickly, so...
So who would know the history of the shards?
You could try and speak to Aldenon, but I don't think you'd have much luck reaching him. The Black Lake District is closed down. Aldenon lives in the Black Lake District, you see, and now he's trapped there. The Watch has it locked tight. No one going in or out, no messages in or out, even for the nobles that used to live there. Quite cryptic, really.
Why?
I heard about that. Lord Dalrin was killed, wasn't he? I've heard rumors, but no official word of what happened.
As have I. Not only are the Watch not talking about it, but they even called in the Cloak Tower mages to investigate, which means sorcery or demons were at work.
Demons? Closest I've ever come to demons is Dagon's tales about the battles down south near West Harbor, when there was that trouble with the King of Shadows.
King of Shadows? Who is that?
Some sorcerer, I believe, had a number of demons and shadows at his beck and call. Not many tales left about that period of Neverwinter history, oddly enough.
But you say this Aldenon might know more, Sand?
Well, if you're not a member of the Watch, or know a secret route into Black Lake, then you're out of luck. So it seems like you have no choice but to let me examine the shards at my leisure. I'll need to hold on to them, of course.
Wait, Watch or secret route? Not bad ideas. Either way the coin lands. Hell, there's Marshal Cormac. He's currently at the City Watch Post, and I know he's in bad need of an extra sword arm down at the docks.
Tell me about Cormac.
Cormac's a harborman too, and folks of the harbor are as close to kin as you can get out of the mare. He might be able to take you into the Watch, and from there, speaking to Aldenon shouldn't be too hard.
Is there any other way?
If you want to find another route into the Black Lake District, that means dealing with other folks that try to control the docks. Moya and her gang.
Oh, there's an idea, Duncan. They probably were behind the Watch closing the Black Lake District in the first place.
Alright, not my first choice, but if I had to speak with her, how would I?
Well, she's got thugs all over the docks, but finding one who can get you to her?
There's Caleb. He used to try to get me to pay him gold for protection before I told him about the wards I'd inscribed on the building that caged the Guardian Elementals. Long story, but quick resolution.
Caleb, maybe. But I don't trust that harbor rat to give you a fair deal. And the price will be steep, in bodies or coin. He doesn't like being the only one with blood on his hands.
Doesn't sound like someone we should put our faith in.
Obviously, you've never dealt with the Watch in Neverwinter, Kelgar. Dealing with Caleb is probably our best chance.
Still, the chances are simply talking to Caleb will make you want to kill him, so it seems a clear win to me. If you do speak to him, though, be sure to do it downwind.
So either joining the Watch and upholding the law or descending into crime.
That's pretty much how it stands. You can find Cormac in the Watch Post near the Dolphin Bridge that leads to the Merchant Quarter. He needs help, so it shouldn't be much of a tough sell to join up.
Caleb should be lounging around the corner east along the main road. Just follow the smell. If you want to join with him, he'll probably ask you to hurt or kill someone, so be warned.
I'll mark both on your map. Help you get your bearings.
Well, you can certainly find your way into trouble from here. Me, I will head back to my lonely merchant existence. Should you need my expertise, simply ask. But just in case, bring a great deal of gold as well.
Well, there you have it. Talk to Caleb or Cormac. Cormac is at the Watch Post near the Dolphin Bridge. Caleb should be lounging down the street east along the main road. The docks don't see too much of the arcane. I guarantee your talents can make an impact, for or against the Watch. But while you're here, feel free to make yourself at home. Also, any friend of yours is a friend of mine. Your companions are welcome to stay here as well, even if you're off on some other journey like the one that sent you here. They're all welcome to make themselves at home whenever they're not traveling with you. That way you'll know where to find them if you need their help later. Sound good?
What do you know of sand?
That little sharp-eared viper's got a wit to match, but he has his uses. And he's one of the only peddlers of charms and potions here in the docks, so he gets by.
Still don't understand why he couldn't afford that place in the Merchant Quarter. His potions are cheap, and they work.
If you need to use his alchemy workbench, or you're shopping for some minor magics, then he's a good one to see.
I had some other questions for you.
What did you want to know?
There's a lot of trophies on the wall.
Yep, a lot of stories hanging on these walls. Shed a lot of my own blood, and others in the past. Now it all goes into the flagon.
So, you're an adventurer?
Well, if you can call it that. Me and some old friends, now gone, made quite a company along the coast. There were 5 of us to start, but by the end there was just me.
Can you tell me any of the stories?
I could, but they wouldn't go anywhere. And there wouldn't be any tension in them, since you know I survived anyway. Now Dagon, he may have some tales for you. About your mother, too.
Okay, what can you tell me about Dagon and my mother?
Only as much as Dagon allows. He keeps his past close, despite how it keeps everyone else from him. I knew your mother, though. I know you lost her early. Terrible tragedy. During that attack on the village. But that's really Dagon's place to say, not mine.
Alright, and some other question.
What did you want to know?
Did anyone come looking for the shards?
No, not that I know of. I mean, I've kept it in the back for years. Barely even thought about it till now. It is odd that they seem to be after yours. Maybe there's something different about the one you have compared to mine. But then again, my shard didn't have any traces of magic until yours showed up.
Alright, well, farewell. Who are you?
Ask for your company.
Yeah, but what are you doing here? I don't trust you. You look fishy. Well, let's go. Alright, well. Let's see. Caleb's there. Don't really want to go with him. Let's see what's back here. An armor smith. Hey. Can you... But this is an odd place to set up shop. No. What's going on? Ah, I see. Alright, can I see what you have for sale? See some decent stuff. So we have some other merchants here in the city watch there. Let's quickly see what the merchant has and then we'll head towards the watch. Alright. Not our necessarily preferred route, but we'll see what we can do. Oh, and I just saw that we can do. I'm gonna go ahead and refresh this and then go take a look at these individuals back here. What they are doing. There you go. Gotcha. There we go. Those bladelings aren't lasting as long. No more bladelings. Let's go ahead and scan the town before we go in there, see if we can find any more to get rid of. Don't want to leave them behind. Hey, there's a car. Interesting. Don't see any others. Imports. Wonder what they got. Could be useful. It's locked, so I guess we're not checking it out. Let's go check it out. Alchemist.
Ah, well met again. And what can I help you with?
Have you ever heard the term colored job before?
Well, it's not elvish. Too harsh and guttural. But not as crude as orcish. The word sounds like a title, though, like betrayer. Perhaps a linguist would know more, but not I.
Can I suit you up for sale? We'll have to think about it. Here's a couple things of interest, though. I was hoping you'd know about that name or title that they keep saying. Just to verify there's nothing about the City Watch. Looks like it's been in a better place. Okay. Looks like we're safe so far. Let's go and talk to Cormac, I guess. Marshal Cormac. Lieutenant Rowe. Well, I guess we'll see what they have to say. There must be someone you can spare, Lieutenant. He's the first to take a stand against these thugs and deserves our protection. You know the number of men I have available to me, Marshal? You also know the effort I've been taking to weed out turncoats. I can send some watchmen to this shopkeeper, but then we'll have to postpone the sweep through the North District. I am sure you'll agree that we want every man available for that operation. The Council hasn't done us any favors with the last vote, have they, Lieutenant? We'll just have to make do with what we've been given. Very well. Postpone the sweep, assign me some men to the shopkeeper, place the others on pot. Well, look what the wind's brought in to Neverwinter. It's good to see you again. If I recall, you were promised a reward if you decided to seek me out. I spoke with my captain, and once I had returned, and she agreed that your services were quite valuable. The watch is most generous, thank you. I'm glad to see your harrowing journey through the mare hasn't changed you. A lot of people come out of that place changed, and not for the better. But enough of that. What can I do for a fellow harborman? I am looking for Eldanon the Sage. Eldanon, yes, I know him. He's a sage that lives in the Black Lake district. Beautiful place, worth the trip, but we have the entire district locked up tight. You won't be getting in anytime soon. Why? What has happened there? Foul as murder. I'm not permitted to give you any further details, as the investigation is ongoing, but it's serious. Even the mages of the Cloak Tower, have gotten involved. But why is it locked down? Again, I'm not permitted to say. If it makes you feel any better, though, even some of the nobles who live in the district haven't been permitted to return. Doesn't really, but the only way anyone gets in is if they're a member of the watch and the captain and Captain Brilana has personally approved anyone who wants to enter Black Lake. That woman takes her job very seriously. She won't just give you one if you ask. What if I work for the City Watch? Would that help? It would be a good start. Knowing you're more than capable of handling the job. If you make enough of an impact, Captain Berlana may even take an interest in you. And believe me, you'll have plenty of opportunities to show off your abilities. What do you need me to do? The City Watch has lots. It's lost its grip here on the Dock District. Criminal gangs are running loose, and even some of our own seem to have forgotten the oaths that they have taken when they joined. It has been just our usual crime wave. It hasn't been, however. These thugs have been well organized, and we've heard a name, Moira. think she's the one running the game. We also know others have tried to organize their own gang in the city. Watch. This city watch is outnumbered. We can use every man willing to join our ranks. I guess sign me up. I need to get in Black Lake, and it sounds like that's the best way to do it. What'd I tell you about this one, Ro? Gets things done with little fuss. Yes, sir. Valuable recruit. The captain will be pleased. Here, you'll need to wear this cloak. It marks you as a member of the City Watch. Believe me, your arrival has helped us out immensely. Now, I wish I had some time for you to settle in, but we've got a problem with one of our shopkeepers. His name's Hagen, and he's decided to stand up to the criminals in the district. Get down to his shop and make sure nothing happens to him. My gut tells me Moira's crew isn't through with him yet. Lieutenant, it would seem our problems are solved. The sweep of the North Docks can occur on schedule. Yes, thank you. I recommend that you make your way to Higgins as soon as you're possible. I worry for his safety. Not sure how happy Nishka's going to be with that. And the best way into the Black Lake District is what we need to take.